Hey student, watch this video and learn 5 different ways to say very. Hey there, I'm teacher Prix and I'm going to help you talk to anyone, anywhere, anytime in English. Make sure to subscribe to my channel because every week I post different kinds of English lessons to help you become a better and more confident English speaker. So consider subscribing, and if you have done that already, hit the like button. That helps the channel. But here we go. Let's talk about 5 different ways native speakers say very. It's a very popular word, okay? So when I make these videos, guys, I don't want you to think that, oh, so I shouldn't use very. No, you can. It's a good word. It's common. But as you are going on your journey, as you are leveling up, you will need to improve, because here on my channel, I help pre-intermediate and intermediate students to go from stuck to speaking in 6 months. And at this level, it is important to level up your vocabulary as well. So learning different ways to express yourself and making some changes in your vocabulary use will be essential so that you can understand and you can talk to people in English. So it's interesting to include this variety, but using very, that's fine. But learning these words will improve your comprehension and it'll make you sound more advanced, okay? This is basically what I do with my babies, with my students inside the academy. In every module, my BSA learn vocabulary in English. They get practical explanations to help them understand the meaning of the words and how to use the words. So in this screenshot that you can see here on the screen, the student posted her examples using the words they learned. So here she says, "Teacher, hi, I like this simple explanation. Here are my examples, my sentences." And then I gave her feedback. I gave her corrections. That's what I do with my babies inside my academy. But here we go. The first one. Tremendously. Oh, okay. Now, guys, all of these words can be used to describe the same idea of very, but they may also have different uses, okay? Different translations. So always keep that in mind in my videos. So tremendously means very great extent or extremely well, okay? So here, look at the examples. I think the examples will make it easier for you to understand. We enjoyed ourselves tremendously. Oh, so here, what do students typically say? Very much. Oh, we enjoyed ourselves very much. Or we enjoyed ourselves a lot. But how about using tremendously? Oh my God, we enjoyed ourselves tremendously. What an amazing concert. Breathtaking. So this is a good option. So instead of saying very much, tremendously. Instead of saying a lot, tremendously. So this would be a good fit. Another one, our company was tremendously affected by the economic crisis. So see, to a great extent, very great extent. So our company was tremendously affected by the economic crisis. So this is a bad thing, but I am emphasizing here, tremendously affected, very great extent, okay, very, really affected. So it also replaces really. So this is a good option for you. It's just to help you expand your conversation, expand your vocabulary, and impress people. When you make some small changes in your vocabulary use, people begin to pay attention to you more, okay? And another example, Jack is tremendously popular around here. So I could say, Jack is very popular around here. It's fine. It's correct. And hey, it's okay. I'm not going to be here and be like, no, you can't. You can. Yes, you can. I'm just saying that you are at this level, you want to level up, you want people to take you seriously, you want people to pay attention to you, you want people to be influenced by you. Well, start making some small changes. So Jack is tremendously popular here, around here. You know, there was this guy I followed, and unfortunately he passed away, but I still watch his videos though. And he loved using tremendously. He always used tremendously. When I think of the word tremendously, I remember him because he constantly used the word tremendously. And I am tremendously grateful for all the work he did that supported me, you know, that helped me be here today, because I learned a lot from him, and I was deeply inspired by his work. His name is Bob Proctor. He passed away early this year, I think, I think earlier this year he passed away. Anyway, or last year. Now I'm not sure. I don't know. I think it was last year. Moving on. Quite. Quite is very or really. British people love this one. You know, that's quite good, quite well. So quite means really or very. All of these words will have the same meaning, okay? Very or really or to a great extent. And it's a good one. I like quite a lot, okay? So look at the examples. Well, I think you did quite well. Very well. Very well. You did very well. You did quite well. Good for you, girl. Another example, the couch. This couch is quite comfortable. Where did you get it? Oh my God, this couch is quite comfortable. Where did you get it? Could I use so comfortable, really comfortable, so comfortable? Absolutely. I'm not implying that this is the only way to go. What I'm showing you is what I show my students. There is always room for improvement. And if you want to take your English to the next level, this is a good way to go. Now, I can understand you quite clearly. I got the first time you said it, okay? So I can understand quite clearly. So see, I'm using next to adverbs, well, clearly, or next to adjectives, because if you know, this modifier can be used next to very, very easily. It's fine, very easy. It's fine. It's just that the way I'm going to use them will change, okay? The ideas change. Adjectives and adverbs are different. But let's keep rolling. Overly. Oh, I love this one, okay? And this is the one that we use typically to show a little bit of exaggeration, you know, like the dramatic aspect of something. So overly means too, like too much, or very. When you want to emphasize very, because sometimes because of your voice, you were showing the listener that it's a lot. Oh, this was very inappropriate, okay? Very inappropriate. So because of my intonation, because of my facial expression, I am showing that there was a little bit of exaggeration there. And overly will show that. We'll show that idea. So it's an interesting option for you to use. Take a look at the example. You're being overly dramatic. Your boss just told you to review the budget. He didn't say you were incompetent. So you're being overly dramatic. Your boss just told you to review the budget. He didn't say you were incompetent. So maybe I'm chatting with my colleague at work, and then I tell my colleague, oh my God, can you believe our manager? He told me that I am incompetent, that I suck, that I'm awful, that I shouldn't be part of the team. And then I'm surprised and I'm like, oh my God, what did he do to you? What did he say? Well, he told me to review the budget. And I'm like, wait a second. He told you to review the budget? That's it? Yes. Did he say you are incompetent? Well, technically, he didn't say that, but he told me to review the budget. So, girl, stop it. Drop it. You're being overly dramatic. He just told you to review the budget. That's all. Okay? So just to get the idea, just to show you the idea of overly. Another one. Don't tell James. You know he's overly optimistic about everything. Ugh. So the exaggeration, I am an optimistic, okay? I'm an optimistic person. I think it's nice to see things in a positive way. But it's really bad when you're overly optimistic. Then it's not healthy. So he is overly optimistic. So don't tell James, okay? Maybe I have news, I have a job interview, and I'm very excited, but there's no guarantee. And I'm not comfortable telling anyone yet. And then I'm talking to my friend, and then I think, well, should I tell James? No, never tell James. James is overly optimistic about everything. No. Wait until you have concrete news, until you know if you really got the job, then you tell him. Otherwise, he's just gonna get your hopes up way too high. And we don't want that for you, okay? Moving on, before I continue, make sure to subscribe to my channel, Yeah, be part of this community, this beautiful community of English students from all over the world. And if you're watching me right now, need help organizing your study routine, if you don't know what to do, what to study, how to combine vocabulary, reading, listening, writing, speaking, how to use the internet in your favor to find good things to study, my study plan cycle will definitely help you. It is an amazing study plan that will show you what to do, how to organize your study routine more efficiently. The link is in the description of this video, so make sure to check it out, okay? Now, moving on. Highly, very, another one. All of them mean very, okay? Ta-da-da, end of lesson. Anyway, my father's had a highly successful career. Now he's ready to retire. Oh, so my father, here I could say, my father's had a very successful career. I could say that, no problems. But I could also say my father's had a highly successful career. Oh, it's so much better. Okay, it's nice, it's interesting, it's more advanced, it's more polished. So way to go, do that. I recommend you try every now and then, okay? Another one, only highly intelligent and educated candidates will be able to apply for a position at this company. So only very intelligent and educated candidates will be able to apply for a position at this company. So only very intelligent people, only highly intelligent people. So here, guys, pay attention that in this lesson, I'm not just showing you the words, I'm also showing you popular collocations. And this is a problem for English students at this level, the collocation. Because I'm here telling you that I can use highly with the same idea as very, doesn't mean that you will use highly with everything. You can't, okay? So this is the trick with vocabulary. I'm showing you these words, it's part of a lesson, okay? There is more to be done. So I can't use overly with everything, okay? I can't. But there are some situations here, overly optimistic, overly dramatic. So I can use overly sensitive when I'm using overly to give that idea to like very, very dramatic. Overly dramatic, overly sensitive, okay? So these examples that I'm giving you here are intentional to show you good collocations for you to use these words with. But of course, there are many more for you to use. I'm not showing you words that you can't use with anything, just 2, 3 adjectives. No, you can use with many. But keep that in mind and try to do some research so that you find some other collocations as well. Okay? Another example here with highly. I've always been highly competitive. I think that's why I stand out in my field. Oh, that's nice. I've always been very competitive. I could use very. In the 3 examples here, very would be fine and common and correct. Use very if you want to. But I've always been highly competitive. That's nice. That's very good. Okay? Could I say overly competitive? Yes, but overly competitive gives a slightly negative idea compared to highly. Okay? So you see there's a special touch. Overly competitive. Very, very competitive. That's a little negative. Not so healthy anymore. But highly competitive. Oh, wow. Very nice. So this interpretation is important in this lesson. Okay? And let's move on to the last one. Last one, I'm not sure. Pretty, pretty woman walking down the street. Well, pretty means pretty. I'm pretty. I'm so pretty. So damn pretty. Beautiful. But I can also use the word pretty to give the ideas vary. Just as when I ask you guys, how are you? And you should say, pretty good. Some you shouldn't say fine. Don't say fine. Pretty good. I'm pretty good. That's wonderful. So that's the idea, okay? Pretty easy. Oh, that's pretty easy. Come on, I'll show you, okay? Now, Taylor Swift's latest tour is pretty impressive. And this is true, actually. Her latest tour, you can Google Taylor Swift's latest tour. And you will see that her concert is impressive. So Taylor Swift really knocked it out of the park. She's been doing a very good job. I'm not a big fan. I like some of her songs. But if you Google her latest concert info, you will find some videos. She really put on a show, you know, like it's a really entertaining night. The concert, as I was reading, the concert lasts between 2 to 3 hours. And there are lots of special effects, and it's very beautiful. So props to her, you know. So her latest tour is pretty impressive. Another example, you look pretty good. Hey, this book's pretty interesting. Wonderful. So you see, that's the idea, my friends. I hope you enjoyed this lesson. Make sure to get my study plan cycle shared. Share this video with a friend. But other than that, I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.